My name is Quratul-ain and in this video I'm gonna do a presentation on relational algebra. This is the outline of the presentation. First, I'm going to give you a brief overview of relational query languages, and then I'm going to discuss about relational algebra and the basic operators that are used in relational algebra. So we'll start with the relational query languages. Relational query languages, they allow us to manipulate and retrieve data from the databases, and we can say that a query is also a retrieval program. There are two types of relational query languages. They can be theoretical or they can be practical. The examples of theoretical query languages are relational algebra, which is the topic of our presentation, and relational calculus, which consists of tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus. The examples of practical query languages are SQL, Quill, and Datalog. Theoretical query languages are very important as they give semantics or meaning to the practical query languages, and they are also a key to understanding query optimization in relational databases. So now we'll discuss the relational algebra. Relational algebra, it is a procedural language that provides us database operations that are written in terms of algebraic expressions. The operators that we are going to discuss in this presentation are these 5 operators. The first one is the project operator, which allows us to eliminate columns in a relation. The second operator is the select operator, which allows us to select rows from a relation. And the third operator is the union operator, which allows us to perform the union of the tuples of two relations. And the set difference operator, it allows us to retrieve tuples from a relation that are not present in another relation. And the cross product allows us to combine the data in two relations. In this diagram, you can see that the input to the relational operator can be one or two relations. The relational operator performs the operation, and the result is also a relation. Now we'll look at some example instances of the relations. The first one is the boards relation, and you can see that it's a table with columns and rows. The columns consist of the attribute names, and the rows, they consist of the data for those attributes. And we have other instances. R1 is an instance of the relation reserves, and S1 and S2 are instances of the relation sailors. We can write the schema for these relations, and the way to write the schema is that we write the relation name, for example for the first relation, boats, and then we write the attribute names in the brackets separated by commas. So in the first case we write boats, the relation name, and in the brackets we write the attribute names, that is BID, bname, and color, and they are separated by commas. Now we'll look at the first relational algebra operator, which is the projection operator, and you can see that you can see the examples for the projection operator. The first one has the attribute age in the subscript, and in the brackets we write the relation name, and the second operator has the attributes sname and rating in the subscript, and we have this operator is performed on the relation which is written in the brackets S2. The projection operator allows us to retain only the attributes that are present in the projection list. In the first example, the attribute that is present in the projection list is the age attributes, so it allows us to get only the column age from S2. And in the second example, we have the attributes sname and rating in the projection list, and this means that we want to retrieve only the data in the columns sname and rating from the relation S2. The schema of the result performed by this operation, it consists of exactly the same columns in the projection list with the names that they had in the input relation. And one important thing to note is that the projection operator, it allows us to eliminate duplicate values, and it should be noted that real systems typically don't do duplicate elimination unless the user explicitly asks for it. So now we'll look at an example of the projection operator. So for example, if we have the relation S2, which consists of 4 attributes: SID, SName, rating, and age, and it consists of 4 rows. So now if you perform the projection operator with the projection list consisting of the attributes SName and rating, then the resulting table will be only the columns SName and rating. The data present in only these 2 columns will be retrieved from S2. And now if we have another projection operator with the attribute age in the projection list, then the result would be only the column age retrieved from the relation S2. And here you can see that the duplicate values, they are eliminated, and 35 and 55.5 are only written once.